is Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Oh God!
I gotta you wrap it up. That's true. I gotta ask you about your thoughts about the passing and legacy of AREtha Franklin.
Oh my! Well, the thing that blew my mind today is her sister Irma Franklin recorded on a small record company called JVB Records, and the B stands for battle, and it just blew my mind learning that today. I have family in Detroit, Chicago, from Mississippi, all over the country with the name Battle. It's one family. Those are my people. So one of my cousins way back was recording AREtha's sister. That's the one thing. But I loved AREtha. I remember hearing AREtha's voice from the time I was 2 years old. And I can remember because my father's church was in the ghetto. I mean, with the drug addicts and the people shooting and stabbing each other. And the one thing that made everybody happy, that everybody could come together around, was AREtha Franklin. On transistors, there was a bar where folks were picking up kids just 2 doors away from the church. But on the jukebox, you could hear AREtha Franklin. I mean, I just remember there was a period in time where AREtha Franklin had either a hit record or an album cut that was getting airplay every week to 2 weeks for maybe a 5-year period. AREtha Franklin was just turning stuff out over and over and over again, being on Flip Wilson. We're very, very, very proud of AREtha. I love AREtha Franklin. I imitate AREtha Franklin. I mean, sometimes, we're only riding on a freaky hey, do you listen and why? How you get your pants so tight? I mean, I just go around and just imitate AREtha, because that woman had so much soul, so much beauty, so much love, so much blackness, so much gospel. And she was one of those black people that made it, that never forgot the rest of us. She's a quintessential type of celebrity artist I look up to, because they never left, they never turned, they never changed. They didn't sell out their people. And she always loved the black man, no matter what bad happened to her. Nowadays, the black man bumped into a black woman on the subway. They want to take out an AR-15 and shoot every black male that never bumped into her. No matter what bad happened to AREtha, in terms of the men in her life, she never stopped loving her sons or black people. You get where I'm coming from? Sure. On top of that, she's a great piano player, great artist, a civil rights person. I can tell you, she was an artist. We don't have really Rihanna and all these other people. They need to sit their asses down and listen to her first couple of albums. I'm talking about AREtha Arrives, Soul 69, Ain't Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, right? Soul Sister. They need to get all of AREtha's stuff and just listen to it and learn what a diva is. It is not doing culty stuff, having tattoos, showing your breast nipple. I mean, even if AREtha had done that, she would still have been an artist. These folks are performers. She was an artist and I mean, an incredible person. I mean, I just think about, there's no point in my life. I put this up on Facebook. Whenever I would travel the country, leave outside the United States, I would always bring AREtha Franklin music with me. Someone asked me about black people. I'd say, listen to this. This says something about who we are. I mean, that woman was, I've cried a couple of times, and not because I didn't know they were going to die, because she had pancreatic cancer. But think about it. Denise LaSalle died January 8th of this year. That's the Queen of the Blues. She was 76. Okay, so I've had 3 people 76 die that I like. Never met Aretha, but always loved it. Had bought the records, would love it. You know, I would even make fun. One of my favorite things is you could laugh at Aretha, the way the clothes she wear. Sometimes they'll say, "Damn, you need to take that off." You know, of doing a comedy special and teasing Aretha Franklin and having her sing Chain of Fools with singing the Colonel Sanders and having the little background singers have dresses that look like the KFC buckets. You know, make fun of Aretha Franklin because, you know, she always was big and she was small. She'd always done to me, but, you know, she touched everybody's soul. I mean, I remember, because Aretha's a preacher's kid, which I'm also, and I come from a family of gospel musicians. I remember one of the first times I went up to Howard University to participate in a lecture, and a very famous gospel and jazz musician by the name of Pearl Williams Jones, who's the daughter of Bishop Smallwood Williams, founder of the Bible Way Church, which is a church that at its peak had about 500,000 members, and they were in Africa and the Caribbean. But Smallwood Williams gave money to fight for Emmett Till, who I learned within the last couple of years is a relative of mine through the Battle family, because he was in the Battle home when they took him in Money, Mississippi. And Smallwood Williams also was involved in the Brown case. There were many cases. It wasn't just in Topeka. So Smallwood Williams was, the D.C. case would have come next had they not won in Kansas City, in case you didn't know that. And this was his daughter. And we had college students. This was like 1972. And we were listening to Amazing Grace. I always wanted to go to college after that experience, because my first time to really sit in a university classroom, they're playing Aretha Franklin in a college class. I was like, oh my God, you mean I can listen to Aretha Franklin when I get to the university? I want to go. And remember her singing A Different World? How that voice got people to want to look at HBCUs. Before there was A Different World theme song, there was Aretha's Amazing Grace. Just when she did Amazing Grace and that album sold 2-3 million copies, it validated Black gospel music to the whole country. Me coming from a family of gospel music singers and so forth, that every time you turn around, Aretha made you proud. And so she represents an incredible, creative, loving spirit of our Black sisters, our Queen sisters. And I'm hoping Jennifer Hudson or somebody that can really sing gets the opportunity to interpret Aretha Franklin's music and her compositions to the generations, and that I'm hoping that people do like they did with Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston, that you see a rush on purchases of Aretha Franklin music on Billboard and streaming, because a lot of people, including my mother, I just had a fuss with my mother the other day. My mother, is not an Aretha Franklin fan. She said all her music sounded like us. It's because you've only heard 2 or 3 songs. If you listen to Aretha, Aretha never sounds, all her music doesn't sound the same. She's doing so many different things. You're surprised at that woman's versatility. I just want a Black artist and people who like it buy music by real artists. And real artists, be real. Don't sell out to Zionists. Aretha never sold out to Zionists, even when she was recording with that freak. What's his name? The one that was Whitney Houston's manager. You know her, Clive Davis. Yeah. Aretha Franklin stayed true to her art, to her artistry. She didn't sell out. So that's what I'm going to say on that.